We have it here, 7 inches. And then our round hip measurement is 9.5. That's 38 divided by 4 rather. So we are also marking that here. We are also taking this 9.5 inches straight down. I'm going to explain why and how you can tweak that later. It's measurements, and that's going to be the center of your dart. So for this measurement, and that's about it for this skirt. So by the time we hold this dart, don't forget this is going to be sewn in. By the time we hold this dart, we have our 7 inches back up, and then we can decide if we want a pencil skirt or a straight skirt. For this, I want a pencil skirt, so I'm going to cut on this pencil skirt line. Don't forget, we've not added seam allowances to this. We are going to do that. This is a basic block. You don't need seam allowances because this might not be what you want to use eventually. You might still have to add. So we are not adding seam allowance to it. Instead, we are going to add seam allowance when we are done fabric. Don't forget, I'm cutting on this point because it's a pencil skirt. If you had wanted a box skirt, just a straight skirt, you cut on this line. So now let's here. Let me connect the lines. Okay. Remember, we added 1/2 inch to the side seam. So we remove that 1/2 inch here from the center back and then connect back to the hip line. That's at 8 inches. This is our hip line. Let me transfer that. Fine. And then with a hip curve, don't forget that we've not lost any measurements here because we've added this 1/2 inch back to the waistline. And then this would be our dart midpoint. So we are going down by 6.5 inches. Don't forget, we are adding 1/2 inch to the front dart length. The front dart length was 6 inches. So now we are using 6.5 for the back. And 1/2 inch to both sides of the dart will mark our dart. Fine. And that is good. And this is going to be our back skirt. So I'm going to put this out on the lines marked. Don't forget, this is a pencil skirt, and since this is the center back, so we might decide to add the zip allowance to this point if we are making a pencil skirt. And this is the side seam for the back side seam line. And then we are cutting this off. So we'll come back to the papers later. Now, for people with bigger tummy, sometimes you notice folds after the tummy area. So to avoid that on this pattern, I made a separate video on this on how to, in case you are done making the pattern and then making the skirt and you notice the mistake. But here we want to for that even before we start sewing at all. So you come down by 0.75 from the waistline at the center front. Let me label this too. Sewing 0.75 inch.